give the ladies a very big round of applause. And I'm sure that also our recognition went well. Those who were recognized, those who achieved something, congratulations to you. This month is yours also, not so? Let us set a very good pace. Challenge yourself to be the next top sponsor. Challenge yourself to be the next best salesperson. Are we together? At least I want you to challenge yourself to do something so unique that, ladies and gentlemen, as you fight to get these recognitions, it's not just a recognition. Are we together? Being the top sponsor is, could I say, the smallest benefit. Being recognized as a top recruiter or top salesperson is the smallest benefit you get in the process. In the process, actually, of being the top sponsor is where you make the big money to solve the problems that made you join the business. Are we together? As you fight to be among the top earners, it's not being recognized coming on stage that is the most important. It's very important, it's very good. But the process, the person you have become, the network that you have built is the most important thing. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are going to be discussing how to grow your name list exponentially. How many of us have a name list? We are going in for a practical session. A practical session. How I wish we can do this training when you're holding your name list in your hands. So that everything I'll talk about, we do practically. We do practically. Do you have our name list here? Yes. Put it up if you have it with you. How many of us it is in the locker room? Let me give you a minute to go and pick your name list. Everyone, pick your name list. Everyone, pick your name list. If you have it here, well and good. If you don't have it here and it's in the locker room, go pick it. Because it's what we are going to talk about. How do you grow it is what we want to talk about. Because, ladies and gentlemen, the best way is doing things practically. Are we together? When we say invite, then we invite. When we say present, then we present. Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, this week is about prospecting. Last week it was about what? How many of us attended last week's trainings? Last week was about what? Duplication. The other week was about what? Customer what? Customer what? Customer care, customer service. Then the other week was about what? Presenting. This week we are talking about what? We are going to talk about the name list. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are saying, and they are saying that locating and sponsoring the best prospect is key to building a successful OQATA business. People is the stock in our business. So as networkers, building our stock is a continuous process. The same way if you are running a shop, restocking that shop, purchasing, knowing the suppliers is a continuous process. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, also saying that, therefore, learning this skill of building your name list and knowing it early is very important in the business. It's the key in the process of sponsoring and building a successful network organization. I cannot talk about building a team without people. I cannot talk about actually, ladies and gentlemen, earning big star step without people. I cannot talk about maximizing my binary without bringing in people. I cannot talk about, ladies and gentlemen, having the biggest team all over without first looking at who am I going to build that team with. And building the team starts with doing what? Prospecting the person. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they are saying that using a memory jogger within 48 hours, you must have a name list of 200 names. Using a what? A memory jogger. And they're saying that, ladies and gentlemen, there's a gentleman who was asking, like, Africans and Asians, when we call for weddings, how many people come? How many of us have seen our relatives, or even you've made a wedding And actually, your problem is, how do I control the people who are going to be coming? Now, ladies and gentlemen, this time we are saying that do not control the numbers put on the list. Get all those people and put them on the list. A gentleman said that Africans and Asians, we are one race where people is not our problem. Because we have relatives all over. We have relatives all over. I remember in my primary school, it was in Kabale. We are Bafumbira. And I remember these guys used to this saying that all the Bafumbiras are rated in one way or the other. Are we together? And let me be honest with you. It's the same thing when you go like to Jinja or inside there in Usoga. You'll find that almost all of them are what? Are related. Even the smallest relationship, Africans will take it very serious. This one is my brother. Same mother, same father. Are your parents, are they brothers and sisters? Who are they? A cousin of the grandfather of the cousin. That's my brother. Very close, very, very close. And then you find someone saying, I don't have 200 people. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, the bigger your name list grows, the more rate of success it will translate into. If you work the list. Are we together? They are ending it with working the what? The list. So ladies and gentlemen, we are saying that here are several effective strategies to help you to grow your name list exponentially or to expand your network and generate even more leads. Ladies and gentlemen, the word itself exponential, we are looking at big numbers. Are we together? How do I build a name list of 1,000, of 2,000, of 5,000 people? Ladies and gentlemen, you can never run out of business the moment you master prospecting. Let us look at number one. One, make it one of your goals. Ladies and gentlemen, being honest with you, anything without a goal attached or a target, it is never a priority. If you want to know that something is your priority this week, look at, is it on the list or is it on your to-do list? Do you have a target for it? If there is no target set yet, if it's not on your routine, then it's not yet a priority. That's why you'll forget about it. Are we together? And I'm saying that to have exponential growth for your name list, then you need to have a target of how many you wish to add every single week, or daily, or weekly, or monthly, whatever. But make sure it is one of your goals, one of the targets. Every week, beginning of the week, sit down and ask yourself, this week, how many people am I adding onto my name list? Are we together? The moment I say I want to add 50 names, then I'll break it down to, you know what, then every day how many should I add? Maybe 10. So every other time you'll be asking yourself, today, how many numbers have I picked? Today, how many people have I added on the name list? If you don't have a target for it, then ladies and gentlemen, me too being a culprit, how many of us, a week has gone by and there's no name you've added? By show of hands, me included. Many times. It goes by because sometimes you wake up, you make those goals, you write down the weekly targets, but it's not part of them. And you know what? A week goes by and there is no single 077 something you've added on that list. There is no name you've added on that list. Why? It was never a priority to you because you didn't have a goal for it. They are saying that, ladies and gentlemen, this also helps you to allocate time to prospecting since it's now a priority too. The moment you make this a priority, ladies and gentlemen, you are going to actually create the time for it. How many of us have actually reached a point whereby you don't do something and then you say, the excuse you give is, I didn't have time. Time is never there. Time is created. Time is created. You can fail to get time. Let me tell you one thing, ladies and gentlemen. How many of us have failed to get time to do presentations? We have failed. But you know why we failed? It was not a priority. If it was a priority, you would have created the time. Are we together? The time you spent maybe walking around, you would have done that presentation. The time you spent in the circle, scrolling down on Facebook or on TikTok, watching those videos, all that is time that you could have put to getting a contact on any social media platform. But because it was never a priority, you never create time for it. Ladies and gentlemen, evaluate your actual performance against the set goal or target of the number you are supposed to be adding, or the number you are supposed to add. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing we need to realize is every single week that goes by, I want you to always ask yourself, have I added something? And if I set my target as 50 people, how far have I gone? I remember one of my working uplines in some company I did. This is how we used to monitor our name lists. Go to your name list. Go to your name list. I said, everyone get your name list. Go to your name list. Do you see the last number that you have? Which number are you at, madam? How many people in your name list? It's not numbered. How about you, sir, in a white shirt? How many people do you have? 320. Go on 320, sign, put a signature. Put a what? Put a signature. Then I tell you. Every week on Friday, he used to sign where our name list ended. Are we together? Then, you start prospecting afresh. You add 321, 22, 25. Friday he comes back. He says, where had I signed? I had signed on 320. How many names have been added after my signature? You would find us on the streets. You would find us in malls looking for numbers, because after the signature, there are only 2 names. After the signature, there are only 3 names. I want you to sign in for yourself. When we come back next week on Monday, check how many names have you added after that signature. Because, ladies and gentlemen, some of these things must be done intentionally. Some of these things, ladies and gentlemen, you want to face the reality. That's why you must write down that name list and put the numbers. The bigger the stock, the bigger the network you're going to have. Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, is leverage your warm market. If you want your name list to grow very fast, then start with the easy picks. Start with the obvious people who are what? Your warm market. They are saying, ladies and gentlemen, start with people you know. For example, reach out to your family, reach out to your friends, reach out to your acquaintances, such as co-workers, neighbors, old schoolmates, social media friends. Are we together? These individuals trust you, which makes them an easier starting point. Use a casual approach to invite them to learn more about your business. Ladies and gentlemen, if we look at our relatives alone, if I look at my mother's side, are we together? There were seven people in her family. If I look at each of them, their kids, their husbands, their whatever, they can give me a list of more than 100 people. If I look at my father's side, more 100 people. Now, some of you, your fathers have 3 wives. All those are prospects. You don't look, now this time you don't look at them as stepbrothers and stepsisters. You're now looking at them as my potential business partners. One thing I love about MLM is this. It makes you forget all the divisions you have. Because everyone, you look at them as a potential what? Client. Everyone, you look at them as a potential what? Downline. That's why networkers, we are the best people in this planet. Why? Even if someone said, I'll never talk to you again. When you sign up in MLM, you say, I'll never talk to this guy, but I need a sign up. and his potential. You say, it's okay, let us bury the hatchet. Let us move on. Are you together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at all that fear. All those are people who are your potential clients. Look at the people who went to school with. Look at your primary. How many people in your primary school? Some of us went to schools which had 1,000, 2,000 people. Are we together? Some of us went in secondary schools where one class had 1,000 people, for sure. Do you want to say you were the worst person? Do you want to say that you were labeled as, what were they calling these lepers in the Bible? That was the term they were using for the lepers. Eh? The what? The what? The what? The lepers. Yes. Now, you know the lepers were being distanced and pushed where? Aside. They were being isolated. Do you want to tell me that surely, in that school where every class had 1,000 people, you were a leper that no one wanted to talk to you, that you cannot get 5 friends from your old school? Do you want to say that for sure? You didn't have any clique you belonged to. All of us belong to a certain clique, not so? Some of us were in cliques of people who overread books. That was a group. Others were in a clique of people who escape out of the school. That was another clique. Some of you are in a clique of people who make the loudest noise in the school. That was a clique also. Some of you were in a clique of sportsmen. That was a clique also. At least in that clique, go pulling out people. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, how many of us realize that from this warm market alone, you don't have 200 people? Look at your neighbors in the village. Basically, Africans, we know the entire LC1. I'm being honest with you. That if I say that I don't know the other person, the other house which is like 500 meters from our home, they say I'm being proud because I'm supposed to know them by force. Not so? All those are your potential clients. Go to the social media. How many people are sending you birthday messages even when you don't know them? How many of us, you've gone on your Facebook account, you've gone on these different platforms, and people are in your inbox? People are just free. People have a lot of time at their disposal. Are we together? All these are potential clients. Then also saying that, ladies and gentlemen, rekindle the old relationships. There are people we have not been in touch with for years. They're saying that, ladies and gentlemen, get back to these people. Do you know what? Reconnect with people you haven't spoken to in a while. Sometimes, just reach out and catch up. This can open doors for new business conversations. Ladies and gentlemen, there are people that they were high friends. Are we together? But it's time now to do what? Catch up with them. There are people who were your close friends in primary. Others were close in secondary. And then when you changed schools, areas of work or schooling, the relationships were broken. They were not broken, but they were put to a halt. They were paused. It is time to do what? To play again. It's time to restart them again. Are we together? We have very many of them. This is what you're going to, we are going to talk about it later. They're saying that, call them for a what? For a cup of coffee. Call them for a cup of tea. Some of you maybe used to do movies with these people. Call them again for the movies you used to watch together. Maybe you used to go for comedy together. Call them again for that comedy show. Maybe you used to do what? Maybe you used to hang out. Call them again for doing what? Hanging out again. We're connecting. Are we together? They're saying that look out for connecting points with this person who haven't been in touch with, e.g., invite them over a cup of coffee, a meal, invite them for a movie, whatever. But what was the connecting point? The other day I met my primary OG. And you know when we meet, yes, responsible people. But when we meet, what do you talk about? No. You talk about how you used to run around in primary. Are we together? You remember the small fights you used to have where? In primary. And those are the things that rekindle the relationships you have with what? With most of these people. Are we together? When you are talking to your uncles, your aunties from the village, you don't talk about the town life. You don't talk about the things which are more or less like alien them. You talk about the cheap village talks. The cheap village talks. Because that is the connecting point. Ladies and gentlemen, this approach helps you to populate your name list very fast. So ladies and gentlemen, I want you to look at your name list. Go back to your name list. Which relative have you not added? Many. I want us to do it practically. I want us to do practical today. Check on your name list. Who have you not written down and is your OB or your OG or your family member? I want us to add 10 names, all of us, in the next 10 minutes. Just write the names, you'll put the numbers later. Just write 10 names. I want you to look at genuinely. Are we together? Look at who are these people that I don't have on my list, but they're my family members, but for one or two reasons, they are not on the list. They are these OBs of mine, these OGs of mine. For one or two reasons, I'm not seeing them on the list. Let us do those 10 names. And remember, we signed. Did we sign? Your neighbor is going to check you. 10 names. After the signature, I want your neighbor to have extra 10 names. Remember, we said sign. For those who have name lists. Guys, we want to do things practically. We want, and by the way, you know what? Some of these people you forget to write on the list. They're the same people you call tomorrow. They come for your presentation and they're signing up. Because you remembered them. Because you thought about them. Because they think that by the time Hamson calls me, I think he has something at heart for me. He has something very, very vital and very important for me. Write down those extra 10 names only. Don't even write the numbers. The numbers will add later. But 10 names. I want the first 10 people to put up their hand that they are done with their 10 names. Then we can go on the next point, number 3. I want 10 people to say, I've added my 10. Number 2, 10, 3, 4, 5, 10 people only. And then we can move. Even our new people, please, get a book, a rough paper. You don't have a name list right now, but get a paper and write 10 names for me. I want 10 people to give us 10 names. 10 names. Check in your phone. In A, are you seeing a relative, a friend? In letter A, people whose names start with A, are they all there on your list? Your close people. Go to letter B. Are all those people on your list? Go to letter C. Is Colin is on the list? Is Charlie on the list? Is Claire on the list? Are we together? Go to D. Is David on the list? Is Dawoodi on the list? Are we together? Is Destiny on the list? Is Desire on the list? If he's not there, put him there. I want 10 names. Go to M. Is Mramus on your list? Or is not there? But not me. Are we together? But make sure we add how many names? Just 10 names. Go to Z. Is Zakayo on the list? This of Zakayo is being produced today. I'm not hearing any new babies who are called Zakayo. Are we together? Is Zawadi on the list? Put him there. Why are you leaving Zawadi out? Yet the guy is there struggling, looking for an opportunity. Are we together? Do you have Y? Do you have any names which start with Y? Yes, Yasin. Is Yasin on the list? Is Yvonne on your list? Are we together? Is Yvette on your list? Why is she not yet? She has her money. She wants to put a premium, but you are denying her the opportunity. Put her on the list. We want 10 names. Does your neighbor have 10? Are they close? Okay. Who has reached 10? Wow. How many so far? Please add on. 1, 2. Who else has reached 10? 3 people, 4 people, 5 people. We want more 5, 6. I want number 7. Who's number 7? 7, 8. Who else has reached 10? We are on 8 people now. We need 2 more people. Hajat, how many? 10 so far. Okay? 10, extra 5. We want more 5 people. More 5 people, then we rush very fast. Who else has reached 10? 10, 10, 10, 10. Who else has reached 10? 10, okay, wonderful. Those are 11, 4 more to go. 3 to go. 3 to go. Wonderful. Let's give ourselves a very big round of applause. Now, ladies and gentlemen, go do the same thing with your teams after these trainings. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, let's go to number 3. Use social media to your advantage. Post valuable content regularly. Share relevant and engaging content on your social media profiles or platforms. Post about your product, your personal journey, your lifestyle, your success story, or and add any value you can offer. Ladies and gentlemen, one thing that we must know is social media is a very big thing. With social media, you have your world, you have the entire world at your disposal. You have the entire world at your reach. Ladies and gentlemen, how many of us realize that every single day we go on people's timelines and profiles looking for content that people are doing what? Posting. Some are looking for memes. Some are looking for healthy things. Some are looking for products to purchase. Some are looking for motivation. Some are looking for things to pass on their time on. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to also contribute. I want you to contribute on the content being posted out there. Ladies and gentlemen, you might not post about your product, but there is a lifestyle. Maybe you were somewhere. Post that picture. There's a lady I sponsored in Tanzania. And you know why this lady signed up? She said, Hamson, I want to join your business. We were studying the Asian company. She said, I want to join your business because you know what? For every picture I have seen, when there is food, every time your food is always good. It's like you guys are having a very good time in your business. I said, yes. There are people who have signed up because of the travels. You are going to Rwanda, you post, you pin Rwanda. You are going to Kenya, you pin Kenya. You are going, are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, as you are putting up this content, people are following and watching. Are we together? Something is going to attract them. Talk about your products. Talk about your business. When we had the recognition rally, did you talk about it? Did you post about it? Are we together? When we had the Women's Day, wow, look at how OQATA treats the ladies. Are we together? Look at how the lifestyle at OQATA is. Look at this, look at that. Ladies and gentlemen, let someone feel you are adding value. Let them feel something is happening in your zone. Something good is taking place in your zone, in your business, in your company. Are we together? Let someone always feel there is some value being added. Engage with your followers. Respond to comments, messages, and questions. Show genuine interest in the people's lives. If you want more followers, then you have yourself to follow people and engage them on their content. It's a two-way. It is a two-way. Ladies and gentlemen, when you post something, make sure you are able to respond to them. When someone sends a message, ladies and gentlemen, you've posted something, someone comes in your inbox or puts a comment, go and respond to that comment. Go and like the comment. Go and reply, inbox. Go and do what? At least show them that, you know what? Yes, I appreciate what you've done. The same thing applies, ladies and gentlemen. If you want people to follow you, then you must also follow them. Are we together? When they post their content, also like it. Tomorrow they will like it. How many of us have ever gone on someone's profile? You liked their post or you commented on their post, and then tomorrow you wake up, you have 30 notifications. Hamson has liked all your pictures since last year. Have you seen it happen? Someone has liked everything. Or the same person has gone and commented in every post you have ever made. Why? Because you gave them the same. You gave them one comment, they gave you 1,000 comments. Ladies and gentlemen, there's something here. Do you want to have a big following of people? Then be so engaging with your what? With your profile. When people come and highlight your status on WhatsApp and they comment, please respond. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, building relationships on social media leads to more conversations and eventually more leads. I have done this practice when I was building my business in DRC. I remember I was doing social media mainly. In 3-4 months, I had a name list of 400 Congolese. 400 plus of Congolese only. There was no Ugandan, there was no Rwandese, and there was only specific Kinshasa, Lubumbashi, and Goma only. 3 towns. Why? I would every single day send a message, but the moment you send back, I'm that respond. That's how I was able to get the numbers. Because someone does not give you their contact on the first message. No. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they are saying that join groups or what? Forums. Become an active member on Facebook. Become an active member in the group. You are in a WhatsApp group, but you've never commented. Who are you going to attract? Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, do you want to have very many people on that group coming to your inbox? Do you want to have every person on that platform coming for your OPP? Be active on that group. Let people get to know that you are present. You must be visible. If you are going to attract people, you must be visible. If you're the one who's always in the back, if you're the one who's always hiding inside or among the 300 people, you're quiet, you're not going to pick anyone from that group. Are we together? I want you to join these groups. That every single day, they're adding us in groups of introduction, of wedding, of a reunion, of whatever, health, something. All those are platforms where you can get what? Contacts. People who did MLM 10 years, 20 years ago, they could talk about shortage of people. Our generation, you cannot talk about, I am short of people, I'm out of people. That one does not apply today. It doesn't apply today. Ladies and gentlemen, number 4, attend networking events. Ladies and gentlemen, attend local or community events such as parties, reunions, community gatherings. All these are meetings, ladies and gentlemen, where we get contacts from. And the beauty about it is that they're saying, this allows you to meet new people and exchange contact information. Many times, many times, you have something in common with attendees. And they're saying that be prepared with your elevator pitch and have your business cards ready or your contacts ready. Let me be honest with you. When I go for our school reunion, by default, everyone is my OB. When I approach them and I say I want their contact, they won't ask why do you want a contact. For heaven's sake, I'm your OB. We went to the same school. So give me the number. Are we together? We are for a wedding party. We are on the same table. For sure. We are here either because we are relatives to the bride or the groom, or we are friends to the bride or the groom. Meaning that we share a common friend or we share a common relative. Some, you're going to be on the same table, you don't know this cousin, you don't know this uncle of yours, or you'll ask him, so, hey, me, I'm a son of so and so. How about you? By default. By default. There is no reason for you not to get the number from this person. Already, the relationship is there. Are we together? The connection is there. When you go for community gatherings, for example, they are calling. How many of us, our communities have got groups? People from this area, people from this area, people of this tribe, people of this grouping. All this, ladies and gentlemen, all you do, even if it is even just a normal WhatsApp group. You say, I got your number from this group of what? Of Wafumbira. The guy would say, why do you want my number? We are the same tribe. For you, where do you come from? Me, I come from this place. How about you? All together. Ladies and gentlemen, we have got so many platforms where we can be able to get contacts. Industry events, workshops, seminars, trade shows, all these are platforms where you do what? You get contacts. They're saying that attend trade shows or conventions related to your niche or industry. Most of the people in these events are also open-minded, hence you'll meet like-minded people who could be interested in your business opportunity or product. When I go for a motivational seminar, trust me, ladies and gentlemen, everyone who's there is motivated. Everyone who's there is open-minded. People who take that extra effort of saying, I want to go to a trade show to sell my product, these are salesmen already. These are people who feel, I want to make an extra sale. Are we together? Pitch your product to them. Show them how your product is doing very well. Are we together? I remember when we were doing business those days, we used to buy products of other companies. I remember I used to use Oriflame clone. Why? I wanted this lady to be my what? My downline. I remember I used to buy toothpaste from a certain company. Are we together? Because, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when you go for such events, are we together? You meet people who could be your potential what? Clients, who could be your potential partners in business, who could be your potential something. Ladies and gentlemen, do not shy away. Do not sit here. Yes, I want you to sit here when there is a program. When there is nothing you're doing, chip in. Over the weekend, are we together? On Sundays, what are you doing with your Sundays? If you're from this region, maybe there is this Empako event for the Batoro. You're a Mtoro. Go and attend it. Go meet your fellow Batoro. That's where you're going to get contacts from. There is a Machiga nation. You're a Muchiga. You're from Kigezi. Why not go attend it? You are going to meet people who you will connect with by force. There is Nkuka. Is it Nkuka? Eh. No, not Nkuka. There is this one which is always at Mengo. Nkuka. Eh. Baganda thing. Are we together? Go be part of it. These are people who you already have a connecting point with. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they are saying that online webinars and what? And conferences. Ladies and gentlemen, use these avenues. Use these avenues. And you know what? That people are taking advantage of our platforms also. They are selling their own stuff on our platform. How many of you have got to down and telling you someone is prospecting them from the group? For you, are you prospecting in the other people's groups? This is what I did when I was looking for business in Tanzania. I did it for Tanzania and Zambia. When you go on Google, and put healthy, when you put healthy related WhatsApp groups, I'm giving you a technique. Healthy related WhatsApp groups for Zambia. They will bring you 20 groups. Dynafam. Forever Living. They will bring you. People who even sell in the market. They will bring you the medical team groups. All of them, subscribe, join. You will get people who can be your potential clients. That's how we got Zambians. You want people who sell products in Uganda. Go on Google and put WhatsApp groups in Uganda for healthy products. Some many groups will bring you. Go on WhatsApp. Go on Google and put, I want business groups. See how many groups will bring you for WhatsApp. Just send. They'll put the links. They'll give you for free. Join. Pitch your product. There's a group where I found Godfrey. They sell real estate. Godfrey is there selling Trimton. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want you to be creative. There is a lot, we have a lot at our disposal. You want people, for example, Which country do you want? You want people from Rwanda. You've heard Rwanda is opening. Go on Google and put, you know what? I want groups of Rwandese which are dealing or which are about business, or which are about accounting, or which are about the corporate world, which are about this. They will bring you all those groups. Very generous. Knock yourself out. Join 10 and doing what? Start doing what? Start pitching your business. Start going to the inbox one after the other. Are we together? One by one, one by one, one by one, one by one, one by one. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, we have got very many people when we look at what? These events and also social media. And ladies and gentlemen, number 5, always be daring. This is what the problem is. This is what the problem is. We have the platforms, we have the people, we have the network events, but you know what? We are not daring. They are saying that we meet potential clients and business partners on a daily, but most times we are taken over by our fear of rejection. How many of us attended the script of today? What did they say about rejection? How many of us attended the morning session and did the script? What did they talk about rejection? Action is the cure for rejection. What else did they talk about rejection? Make it a badge of honor. Make it a badge of honor. Ladies and gentlemen, many times we are scared of being rejected. How many of us, you are in a wedding, you're in a party, you are on a round table. These people are looking at you, you are looking at them, but you are scared of actually striking the conversation. It has happened. How many of us has happened? Me, very many times. You look at the guy, oh, not this one. I will try you on the other table. I will even shift. How many of us have been in a taxi? You enter the taxi. You're looking at an angle. You look at him, you look at her. Okay. This guy could be having the money. But saying hi becomes a what? A problem. Now, do you know the funny thing there about it? After 3 minutes, you've been seated with them. Can you still say hi? No. You're like, you know what, man, it's late. Shit, this one has survived. You're like, let me wait for the next one. Then you're like, okay, let me wait for the one who enters next. The person enters, you look at them, they look at you like, okay, now this one I have them. They sit like, do you think this statement will be proper? Are we together? Like, you want this person to say hi, and there is a way like, we have that human instinct, that when someone looks at me, even if I'm not looking at them, I sense it. I feel it. You see the same person also turn and look at you. You turn, look at each other, you're like a pendulum bomb. Ladies and gentlemen, many, we want signals from this potential people like a smile. Let me look at them and see if they'll smile. If they don't smile, you keep quiet. Let me look at them and see if they look back. They don't, like, okay. I think this one now, not mine. Before you know it, the guy moves out of the taxi. The guy walks out like, man, and this one was a potential person. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they are saying that most times we are looking for the what? We are looking for signals. We are waiting for signals from these people. Ladies and gentlemen, they are saying that some of us are waiting for smiles. We are waiting for this to strike off the conversations, which doesn't happen many times. This is both on social media and physical interactions or engagements. It also happens on social media. You see someone, this person, their timeline is good, they are doing well in life, but you're like, hey man, if I inbox this person, do you think they'll have time for my business? Do you think they'll be interested in my business? Now, the biggest challenge, the biggest problem is when you are approaching this person the first time and all you're thinking about is a pickup line for business, you'll miss out on that person. Let it come naturally. Let it come naturally. The moment you think about it in terms of how do I talk about trim tone, this guy is very big. This guy needs to reduce weight. And that's what is in your what? In your mind. You are looking at what do I tell this person? What do I tell this person? Are we together? And ladies and gentlemen, because of that, you are going to be thinking about the perfect line to use. But the moment, ladies and gentlemen, look at it as a natural or a normal conversation, you are not going to stammer, you're not going to overthink about what to say. For example, you are in a taxi. You're stood next to this person. Are we together? It's moving from one guy, the taxi is heading where? To Ntinda. Ask this guy, hey, hi, how are you? By the way, I'm going to Ntinda, but I don't know this place. Do you know this place? Do you mind when we reach that place if you can let me know actually? Will the guy say no? The guy will say, hey, by the way, I'm also going there for the first time. I don't know the place. Say, oh, so you also don't stay in Ntinda. So where do you stay? I stay in Chireka. Oh, actually, may I stay that side, but I'm going to meet a friend in Ntinda. By the way, my name is Hamson. What's your name? Have I talked about the product? No. Have I talked about business? No. You're going to Wandega. Even if you know Wandega, say, hey, I'm going to Wandega, but I don't know where Wandega is. Where could it be? Oh, ask them, even if you know Wandega, ask them, do you know Stanbic Bank? Do you know any branch of Stanbic around? Do you know any branch of DTB around? Are we together? Have I talked about the business? I'm trying to strike off a conversation in the easiest way. In the easiest way. I remember some of you know Nicholas Riatemba. Every time, that time when we were building our business initially, we used to go and prospect in the bazaars. I have never, okay, now I have missed. But back then, all the bazaars at campus I attended. All the 5 bazaars after campus, I still attended. Today I cannot attend because I don't know anyone there anymore. Are we together? I don't know anyone anymore. The ones I left in P7, they are all gone, they're done with the university also now. Almost done with the university. Are we together? But ladies and gentlemen, we used to go there just to do what? To look for people. You get into the bazaar, a fresher is a fresher. Even if he tries to dress up like a continuing student. How many of us have seen freshers? The guy always look like a fresher. Either has an envelope on the side or he's somehow lost. So, which school are you coming from? There are freshers in the room. I'm not attacking you, but I'm saying, look at me properly. Students, look at me. I tell you what a fresher is. But there's another saying that as a pro networker, you must be daring. Dare to do what? Dare to start up a conversation. Dare to ask for their names. Dare to ask why they are attending the event. Dare to ask how they came for this event. Dare to ask where are they going. Dare to ask for the contact. Dare to ask what they do for work. Dare to ask where they are heading to or their destination. Ladies and gentlemen, the word is daring. Do you know a dare? A dare can give you both results, the positive and the negative. If it is a negative, let it pass. Not everyone. How many of us have tried to ask these border men, do you have change? Go to in pizza. Are we together? You ask someone, Ngenda one day, where is one day? Go over. Only one. Do you say, I will not go to one again because the guy refused to direct me? Is it what you say? No. You say it's okay. You move on and go to the next guy. You ask him, do you know one day here? What do you do? Do you fight with the guy? Okay, you go to the next guy. It's the same thing in business. You talk to this person. He refuses to give you the contact. It's okay. Is he the first person who refuses to give you the contact? No, there are very many people who have refused. So why is this one so special? Anyway, they don't know what I've missed. That's what you tell yourself. You just don't know what you've missed. I wanted to give you $1 billion business. You're here saying you cannot direct me. You walk away. Walk away like a superstar. Walk away like a champion. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, they're saying that if you don't ask, the answer is always no. If you don't ask, the answer is always no. Ladies and gentlemen, you will not know who's going to be your potential client, who's going to be your potential downline if you don't ask. You must ask. You don't know who's going to give you the contact. Just ask. Are we together? How many of us, ladies and gentlemen, sometimes we've had scenarios whereby we expect a negative response. We don't expect someone to help us, but out of the blue, the guy comes through. The person gives a positive response. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, I want us to approach all these things with that positive mindset. Positive mindset. You are seated on this round table in that wedding. Ask them. Everyone is quiet. Be the one to crack a joke and say, hey, guys, are we in the same party or in a different party? In a joking way. All of them will laugh. By the way, my name is Samson. What are your names, you guys? Are we together? We must enjoy this party. We must bring the party to this table. Are we together? You're on a table and they're not serving you drinks. Be the stubborn one. Man, it's like we sat on the wrong table, by the way. I think we need to get this waiter. Call the waiter, bring and say, waiter. And like in a joking way, what did we do on this table that you guys are not seeing us? Are we together? And that's how everyone is going to like you. Everyone's going to be like, I think this is the guy we wanted on this table all along. You see them say, man, thank you for standing in for us. At least now they're thinking about us because of you. Are we together? Ladies and gentlemen, number 6, our second last point is utilize referral programs. Utilize referral programs. We are growing our name list exponentially. We want to grow our... I want you to imagine when you're on that round table and you get all the 10 contacts of everyone on that table at a go. All together. I want you to imagine you've attended that reunion and then everyone is saying, you know what, guys, we need to be serious. We need to start a circle. And everyone is added on the group and you're part of that group. And all of them, you just download the numbers onto your paper. Are we together? They are having a seminar of, I remember when I signed up Nicholas in our first company, this is what Nicholas did. The guy joins business. He says, Hamson, you know what? I want to do the unthinkable. The guy goes to Nkuruma Hall. He goes to the warden and tells the warden, by the way, like how many people do we have in this hall here? The warden gives him an estimated number. We are very many. Like, he doesn't know what the guy wants exactly. We are very many. And you know what? The guy says, I need to see the data. I need to check like the data. The guy said, no, it's here. The lists are here. These are people staying in the hall. They give him the lists. The next day, the guy comes and says, Hamson, buy me a bottle of water and a banana. I want to show you. Everyone on this list must come tomorrow. The next day, Nicholas had 33 guests. One evening like this. One evening like this. I remember another gentleman called Boaz. Boaz was the president of the engineering class of Chambogo around 2015. When Boaz joined business, he got the same list of all the engineers in their class, in their time, all the 4 years. He got the list and came. We had an event in Africana. He had 112 personal guests in one event like this. Guys, we have people at our disposal, but you know what? We are scared. We are not daring. I want you to make it a point. I remember we had some event. Do you see St. Catherine up here? We had an event that time. There's a guy who had come as a special guest. I went to my primary civic class list. We were not very many. Our class was only 32. I attacked all of them one by one. Inbox, phone call, inbox, phone call. Out of the 32 people, I sponsored 7 of them. All together. You have that list. You have that group you're in. Everyone knows you. I want you to attack like wildfire. Storm them. Invite them. Some will be negative, others will be positive. This is how I send some of them. I invite a lady. I present on Saturday. Then, one of the OBs had invited. He goes on the group and says, you know what, wow, there is a guy who has started up this company and the guy is going to take your money. And this prospect who was saying, I want to pay you money on Monday, is also in the same group. So people now come out, hey, they talk. Then finally, you know, in all that ordeal, in all that chaos, some came out and said, but Thompson, I know you're doing such kind of business. How do you guys operate exactly? They came in my inbox. Let me be honest with you, ladies and gentlemen. Do you know what? The open-minded people, the optimists, the optimistic people, the moment they write about you, they come in your inbox. They come to verify, is it true? When they come to verify, it's like a rat saying, that is a bet, I'm seeing it. Then another says, it might not be a bet. Are we together? It comes to test and see if it is indeed a bet. That's what happens in these groups. Do your part. Are we together? Everything will take care of itself. Utilize referrals. Use your name list to grow your name list. Get your name list out. Again, most of the people we have on our name lists, they remind us of someone, e.g., people you went to the same school with, your relatives, your workmates, your gym mates, etc. Ask them for those contacts. When we go on our lists, there are people we know. There are people we remember. You remember Hamson. You've written Hamson down. But the question is, as someone who wants to grow their name list exponentially, ask yourself, who does Hamson remind me of? I remember Hamson used to play soccer. Who else was on the school team? Who else used to do soccer with him? Write their names down. Do you have the numbers? No. But you have Hamson who was in the same clique with them. Write the names down. You see a Madame Ruth. Who does Ruth remind you of? She reminds you of the people you used to work with because she's your workmate. You don't have their numbers. Are we together? Write Ruth down and then ask yourself, who does Ruth remind me of? Write the names. Florence, Stella, John, Francis. Write the names down. Then, what do? You call Madame Ruth. Hi, Madame Ruth. How's everything? By the way, you remember me? This is Hamson. Yeah, Hamson, I have your number. I remember you properly. So how is work? How is everything that side? By the way, do you have Mr. Francis's number? The guy who was in the account section. I have the number. You want the number? Immediately she sends. She does not ask, why do you want Francis's number? Do you know why? You guys were workmates. Are we together? You call Hamson. Hamson, I want you